All right, John. Well, thank you for these 3 holes. Today has been a big help. Just kind of refreshing what you want to be doing on course, rather, because I'll go practice all the time, but I feel like I'm just beating balls, and I go out and feel like I'm gonna score well, and then I don't score as well as I want to, even though I feel like I'm hitting it good.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unconfidizing, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice
Ruins
to
your confidence.
get yourself in some different situations like we did today too.
Yeah.
We found ourselves in the rough near a tree. We found ourselves on a side hill lie. We found ourselves in the middle of the fairway. So I think we had 3 different perfect scenarios to kind of dissect what to do, what not to do, and kind of go over the game plan. We didn't have 3 balls down the middle. We didn't have 3 balls in the rough. So it was kind of nice that we got all 3 of those in one. And I know you alluded to in the beginning of the lesson that you're just hitting balls all the time, and you don't get to play a lot because we're in South Florida and the tee sheets are packed.
Yeah.
I think one thing you can do, you're not going to be able to practice side hill lies on the range, but you can definitely practice hitting the draw, practice hitting the fade, which would counteract a side hill lie. You can play the round as you're on the range. You can sit there and say, all right, I'm going to hit my first tee shot here, and then I got 175 yards in. I'm going to hit this shot, and then go to the chipping green and putting green afterwards, and play a little game to where you're interacting and you're focusing on kind of honing your skills in.
Kind of simulating the game.
Yeah,
playing around a golf ball. I like that. Yeah, that's
Some
good.
people do that all the time. It gets not as good as obviously going out on the golf course, but it's better than just beating balls, and it gets you into your practice routine where you're standing behind the ball and you're thinking about the shot, thinking about what the trouble is on the left or the right, or where our target is. So I think when you're out there just beating balls, you're thinking about fundamentals and swing technique, and that's not what you're thinking about at all on the golf course, because you're trying to get rid of that and just think about what's out in front of you when you're on the golf course. So.
Yeah, that's something I realized a lot more today, is that if you can get to a spot where you're not thinking about the swing as much, you're more thinking about what you have to do to play, what you have to do to basically go against the course.
Yeah.
Have competition against the course. Is you're not thinking about the swing. You're not thinking about specific, what do I have to do in my swing? You're thinking about what is my swing going to end up doing based on the variables that I see out in front of me. So I like that a lot. Any other, when I go practice though, I don't get to play much. Is there anything else you'd say?
I just
maybe
say
a short game or anything like
short
that?
game, putting. I think to me, I'm competitive. I like sports. We all like sports. We're out here playing golf. So I would say that anything is to gamify it. Try to make it a game. Try to make it something that you're competing against yourself, or whether it's 6-foot putts and you're got to make all 6 of them in a circle before you move on, or whether it's 150-yard shots and you're trying to hit it in between a certain distance, where you're starting it on a certain line and ending it on a certain line, and trying to take a tally or keeping score, or whether it's doing a ladder drill with your short game. I think all those things where you can kind of gamify it and make it a competition against yourself are the best ways, because that's what you're ultimately doing out here. Is it's a competition against the course and yourself. You're not playing anybody else. So I think that's the best way to do it.
See if I can get maybe like if I'm chipping into a 3-foot circle, try to see how many I can get out of 10 in overtime.
Yeah,
try to get
and
more.
make it so where if you're within 3 feet, you're one under par for that hole. And then, if you're with outside 3 feet, you're over par for that hole, and then you can kind of keep track of, all right, well, I'm this under par for this 9 holes, and that's not as good. And next time I want to get better.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go off par, over par. Yeah. Make it the
like
most
that.
like the game you can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was awesome. This was very helpful for me.
Anytime.
I'll make sure to reach out as soon as I can. Let you know how things are going.
Yeah, and we'll hopefully get around out of
thank you.
today.
Thanks again. Yeah. Another 4.5 minutes.